In the gritty garages of Chicago's Transit Authority, Tiana Brooks, a black mechanic, faces mockery from colleagues who call her just a wrench turner. But Tiana harbors a secret, an engineering prodigy with a knack for solving impossible problems. When a mysterious fault cripples the city's bus fleet, threatening thousands of commuters, she uncovers a sabotage linked to a corrupt official. Can Tiana overcome prejudice to save the city? The clock is ticking, and her courage will ignite a fight for justice. Dive into this suspenseful tale of triumph. The Chicago Transit Authority's South Side garage smelled of oil and steel, a symphony of clanging tools and roaring engines. Tiana Brooks, 30, tightened a bolt on a bus engine, her hands steady despite the jeers from her co-workers. "Stick to oil changes, Tiana," sneered Mike, a veteran mechanic. "This ain't no place for you." As the only black woman in the garage, Tiana was used to the taunts, her skills dismissed as diversity hires luck. She let it slide, her focus on the machines she loved, each one a puzzle she could solve. Tiana's passion for mechanics came from her grandfather, a self-taught engineer who fixed cars in their Bronzeville backyard. "You've got a gift, Tiana," he'd said. "Don't let them take it." Now, in a city reliant on its buses, Tiana's talent was her weapon. But today, something was wrong. 3 buses had failed that morning, stranding commuters. The fault codes were erratic, sensors misfiring, brakes locking. Tiana's gut told her this wasn't wear and tear. During a break, she accessed the fleet's diagnostic system, her clearance as a senior mechanic granting entry. The data showed tampered software, coded to trigger failures. Digging deeper, she found a hidden log linking the sabotage to an external contractor, Apex Solutions, hired by Deputy Director Carl Vance. Tiana's pulse raced. Vance was a City Hall favorite, his office lined with awards. Was he rigging the system for profit? She raised the issue with her supervisor, Greg. "The buses are being sabotaged," she said, showing the logs. Greg scoffed. "You're out of your depth, Brooks. Leave it to the techs." His dismissal echoed the racism she'd faced since trade school, where instructors assumed she'd fail. Her grandfather's words steadied her. Prove them wrong, always. That night, Tiana stayed late, hacking into Apex's server with skills she'd honed fixing old computers. She found emails between Vance and Apex's CEO, detailing payments to disrupt service and secure a lucrative repair contract. The city was losing millions, and commuters, mostly working class like her, were suffering. Tiana copied the files to a USB, her heart pounding. As she left the garage, a security guard lingered, his radio crackling with Vance's voice. "Keep an eye on Brooks." Tiana's breath caught. She slipped out, but her phone buzzed with an anonymous text. "Back off, or you're done." Driving through Bronzeville's dark streets, she spotted a black truck tailing her. Fear gripped her, but so did resolve. Tiana wasn't just fixing buses. She was fixing a broken system, and she wouldn't stop now. Tiana's hands trembled as she locked her apartment door, the text, "Back off," burning in her mind. The truck's headlights had vanished, but the threat lingered. Her grandfather's voice echoed, "They'll try to break you, Tiana. Build stronger." She hid the USB in a toolbox, vowing to protect the city's commuters. At the garage, the mood was tense. More buses failed, stranding thousands. Mike blamed Tiana, muttering, "She probably broke 'em." She ignored him, confiding in Jamal, a black driver who'd seen her fix impossible faults. "Something's fishy," she whispered, showing him the Apex emails. Jamal nodded. "My sister lost her job when buses stopped running. I'm in, Tiana." Using her lunch break, Tiana accessed the transit server again, masking her IP with a VPN. The sabotage code was sophisticated, designed to crash systems randomly. She traced it to Apex's tech team, with Vance approving every update. The stakes were clear. Apex was tanking the fleet to justify overpriced repairs, and Vance was pocketing the profits. Tiana needed hard evidence. Jamal suggested checking Vance's office during a late shift when he'd be at a city hall meeting. "I've got keys from driving routes," Jamal said. That night they slipped in, Tiana finding a locked filing cabinet. Using her grandfather's lock-picking tricks, she opened it, revealing contracts detailing Apex's kickbacks. She photographed them, her heart racing. But as she closed the cabinet, Mike appeared. "What are you doing, Brooks?" he snarled, grabbing for her phone. Tiana dodged, but he blocked the door. Jamal's quick shout, "Fire in the garage!" drew Mike away. Tiana fled, hiding the USB in her jacket. At home, a new text arrived. "You're being watched." Attached was a photo of her in Vance's office. Someone was betraying her. Was it Mike? The next day, Vance announced an emergency audit, eyeing Tiana. "No one's above scrutiny," he said coldly. Tiana exchanged a glance with Jamal. They needed an ally outside the garage, but who could they trust? The photo of Tiana in Vance's office confirmed a traitor in the garage. At work, Vance tightened security, installing cameras and limiting access. Tiana's suspicions fell on Mike, whose smirks grew bolder. She confided in Maria, a Latina mechanic who'd always been fair. "Vance is rigging the system," Tiana whispered, showing the contracts. Maria's eyes widened. "My cousin's a driver. Says Apex's repairs never last. I'm with you." Tiana contacted Elena Ruiz, a journalist Jamal knew from his sister's union. Meeting at a diner, Tiana shared the evidence. "This could topple Vance," Elena said, "but we need more. His direct orders." Tiana knew Vance kept a private laptop in his office. Maria suggested infiltrating during a transit board meeting when guards would be distracted. At the meeting, Tiana slipped into Vance's office, hacking the laptop with a password she'd seen him type. Emails confirmed Apex's sabotage, with Vance ordering disruptions for profit. But an alarm triggered. Mike had tipped security. Tiana fled, passing the USB to Maria in the chaos. Vance's voice boomed, "Stop her!" as she hid in a supply room. A text arrived, "Your family's next." Attached was a photo of her grandfather's old garage, now her home. Tiana's heart sank. Her allies were at risk. She met Elena and Maria sharing the evidence. "We go public soon," Elena said. But as they left, the black truck reappeared, its headlights blinding. Was it Vance's goons or someone closer? The threat against her grandfather's garage pushed Tiana into overdrive. She moved her mother to a friend's house, vowing to protect her legacy. At the garage, Vance suspended Tiana for equipment misuse, a frame job. But an ally emerged, Sarah, a white dispatcher who'd overheard Mike plotting with Vance. "I'm done with their lies," Sarah whispered, handing Tiana a recording of Mike admitting to tampering with bus software. Tiana met Elena, sharing the laptop emails and Sarah's tape. "This ties Vance to the sabotage," Elena said. "We need a confession." Tiana planned to confront Vance at a transit rally, rigging a hidden mic. Maria distracted guards, letting Tiana slip close. "You're crashing buses for profit," she accused. Vance smirked. "You can't prove it." But his admission was caught on tape. Security chased her, but Sarah's diversion, tripping an alarm, gave Tiana time to send the recording to Elena. At home, a break-in left a note. "Drop it, or the garage burns." Tiana's resolve hardened. She'd save the city and her family's legacy. The note threatening her grandfather's garage lit a fire in Tiana. She rallied her allies at Elena's safe house, where Sarah revealed Mike S. full role. He'd been bribed to install the sabotage code. Elena's story was ready, but Vance countered with a smear campaign, painting Tiana as incompetent. Drivers rallied, led by Jamal, who organized a citywide strike. "Tiana's fighting for us," he shouted. Tiana snuck into the garage, rigging a mic in Vance's office. She baited him. "You're killing commuters for cash." Vance snapped, admitting the scheme on tape. Security chased her through the garage, but Maria's diversion, spilling oil, gave Tiana time to send the recording to Elena. As Tiana hid in a church, the truck rammed her bike. She escaped, bruised, but alive. Elena's story dropped. Transit official sabotages city buses. Protesters swarmed City Hall, chanting Tiana's name. Feds closed in, but had Tiana outrun Vance's final trap? Elena's expose hit like a shockwave. City officials' fraud cripples transit. Social media erupted with "Yaks Save Our Buses" trending. Feds arrested Vance and Mike, their faces grim on live TV. The transit board cleared Tiana, promoting her to chief mechanic. Commuters cheered as buses ran smoothly again. Jamal and Maria joined Tiana at a rally where her mother spoke. "My daughter fixed more than engines." Tiana launched a training program for young black mechanics, using her grandfather's garage as a hub. Her story sparked a push for transparent city contracts, proving one mechanic could fix a broken system.